Hey, what's up everybody? How are y'all doing today? Hope you're doing well and having a fantastic Thursday. Today I bring to you WWE 2K15 versus WWE 2K19. Man, WWE 2K15 was honestly pretty bad, and 2K19 is pretty good. So, I may be a little biased honestly because I didn't enjoy WWE 2K15. It has some wrestlers on its roster that I wish were in 2K19 today, but at the same time, fuck it. No customization, mess soundtrack, couldn't use wrestlers' themes on the menu screens, and a lot of issues that I could possibly get into in a future video. Not today though. Today is WWE 2K15 versus WWE 2K19. Let's get right into this one. Alright, actually, I'm going to start this one off with a bit of a story. CM Punk blocked my friend on Instagram. I want to know what you guys think of Punk for this. So, my friend posted a picture of an article of Joe Rogan saying Logan Paul would be a better fighter in UFC than Punk. My friend also made a comment saying he agrees with this because of Paul's wrestling background and other factors. CM Punk blocks him for this and kind of showed that he can't handle an opinion against him. That's my opinion on CM Punk's opinion on my friend's opinion. What are your thoughts on this? I'm just curious and wanted to throw this in here. Anyways, into WWE 2K15 and 2K19. I'll start with Randy Orton's entrance side by side. Damn, you can see how much the WWE games have changed over the years. 2K15's kinda looks like clay. It looks good and all, but 2K19's Randy Orton motion is so much more smooth and realistic. Yes, they're working with a little more advanced technology here, but still, the evolution of the WWE games over the past few years is incredible. Very short amount of time, a lot of improvement. Honestly, I'm impressed here with 2K. There's like no room for improvement at this point, and I'm sure 2K is going to find a way to improve the graphics by their 2019 release. But as of right now, it's spot on. And I said 2019 release because I hope it's not 2K20. Probably will, but maybe just WWE 20. I don't know. I might get used to 2K20. And Randy Orton's entrance, spot on. Good shit, 2K. Next, I'll do a Bray Wyatt versus Dean Ambrose side by side. Another damn from me. Like back in 2K15, movements and whatnot felt stiff and weird. In 2K19, it's so damn smooth. In 2K15 though, there are some moves that aren't used in WWE games nowadays that are cool honestly. Not sure why. I guess they just aren't things that used in real life. Makes sense, but still confused. I wish they were able to get Dean Ambrose's new shit in 2K15 like his attire, theme song, Titantron, etc. Of course, the game came out just a few months after he changed up his attire and everything after the Shield split, but still, would have been pretty cool. In 2K15, it just didn't feel like they put in a whole lot of work, I guess. Yeah, this was their first next-gen release, so it was probably hard to implement absolutely everything, but still, just doesn't feel like they tried super hard, like they should have in my opinion, because they're game developers, and they want to go all out. Maybe they were more prepared to release WWE 2K18 on the Switch than they were prepared to release WWE 2K15 at all. Just my personal opinion. If you guys love WWE 2K15, nothing against ya, but I think the game isn't super fun. It's decent. My next comparison is the overall of the wrestlers. Back in the 2014 release for WWE, it seems that everybody had a good overall. Like, I don't think anybody was in the 70s. It seems that the lowest overall is 80. It's funny because today, a lot of wrestlers have a low overall. Maybe it's just that the roster back then compared to now is a huge difference, and I get that. Nowadays, having so many people in the game and having so many wrestlers to deal with, not everybody is going to have a good overall. Some will be in the mid-70s, some mid-80s. Still no 100s or 99s. I'm waiting for the year that we get an overall like that. But what I don't get is how can a wrestler that's dead have their overall increased in the next game? Like, they didn't compete last year, they didn't compete this year. Same goes for retired wrestlers, which is why I honestly don't get 2K's rating system. I just don't get it, I guess, but what they have going on in both of these games is just fine with me, so I'm not gonna bash 2K for this. This is just fine, good shit. Next up is MyCareer. Now, back in WWE 2K15, you had one good storyline on the main roster, and that's the Shield storyline. You get your ass kicked once, face them in 3-on-1, get murdered again, and eventually win or some shit, and yeah, that's like it. I'm sure I'm honestly missing a bit in that, but it was alright honestly. Nothing super special. I had nothing against it, but didn't love it. In 2K19 though, oh is it great. Starting out as an indie competitor, Matt Bloom signing you being a dumbass in an interview, and later going back to the indies and re-signed later on. I like it. 2K's storytelling has gotten better, and what they did this year is dope. I'm glad they implemented a story that's more based around your character and not the wrestler itself, like your home life, your story as a wrestler, etc. Living in a van and experiencing failure, it really shows a lot, and I can't wait to finish it. But 2K15 featured WWE's first ever MyCareer title, and I can't even blame 2K here again. They probably didn't have all the time in the world, but at the same time, they're a gaming company and should have done it in time. Anyways, 2K15's MyCareer kinda sucks compared to 2K19's. And next, I'll hop into the Creation Suite. My god, am I glad that we have a way better Creation Suite these days. Back in 2K15, you had 11 selections when it came to tights. Barely anything when it came to elbow pads, and they were like the same thing. Boots, a couple of the same thing, and a shit ton of CM Punk's boots to make it look like they added a lot of customization options, then a few other generic kick pads. Oh, and like 2 hoodies and a bunch of the same leather jackets. Nowadays, you can dress in a gorilla suit and be a bad bitch. If you think the Creation Suite from 2K15 is better, you're fucking high, and I want an explanation from you right this instant. But yeah, the Creation Suite is another area where 2K15 struggled. How about the menu screens? 2K15's featured superstar pictures from 2014 and was kind of basic. It was just Cena staring at something. Probably Nikki Bella undressing considering the pose he's making. Don't blame him. Oh, and it had bubbles too. 2K19's menu screens are so much cooler. It's godly and looks like something made for a UFC game. They also featured a few of the wrestlers standing there posing, fading away looking like Mr. Stark. I don't feel so good. I love it. Whatever they had in mind this year is fucking brilliant, and I'm a proud consumer. Good shit. Once again, 2K. Next up is the soundtracks. 2K15's soundtrack is subpar and could be better. It's meh. I wish they let us use the wrestlers' themes for the soundtrack, but nah. I wonder why not. You were able to do that in 2K14 and 13's soundtrack was literally all of the wrestlers' themes. Come to think of it, WWE games have a weird pattern when it comes to soundtracks, and I don't know why. 2K19 though has a fire soundtrack. It features Posty, Migos, Eminem, and fuck it, even the Fall Out Boy song is fire. I found a common thread between these two soundtracks though. Both have a variety of songs. Pop, rap, rock, country. It has something for everybody, I guess. I mean, yeah, it's more of the mainstream songs from these genres, if anything, but they tried. And I believe Cena picked the 2K15 soundtrack while the entire locker room picked the 2K19 soundtrack. I like that better. Let the entire locker room pick the entire soundtrack from now on. It's a pretty good idea. Seems like they actually have a good taste in music. NXT involvement got noticeably better over the years as well. Here's 2K15's roster. Adrian Neville, Bill DeMar, Bo Dallas, Corey Graves, Rusev, and Sami Zayn. And now here's 2K19's NXT roster. Adam Cole, Aleister Black, Angelo Dawkins, Bianca Belair, Bobby Fish, Candice LeRae, Dakota Kai, EC3, Hanson, Johnny Gargano, Kairi Sane, Cassius Ohno, Kyle O'Reilly, Lacey Evans, Lars Sullivan, Montez Ford, Nick Miller, Oni Lorcan, Otis Dazovic, Pete Dunne, Ricochet, Roderick Strong, Rowe, Shane Thorne, Shayna Baszler, Tucker Knight, Tyler Bate, and Velveteen Dream. Damn, have we come a long way or what? Back then, the NXT roster was considered the absolute future and beyond of WWE, and we definitely have a new wave in NXT. Unfortunately, though, not everybody reached their star potential from back then, but with Corey Graves, I'm glad he found his place as a commentator. He has a great personality, and him getting to show that off every week is awesome. But I think they nailed the NXT roster in both games. Yeah, a lot of NXT stars were missing in 2K15, but those were the main guys that stood out back then. There were also DLC stars like the Ascension and Emma, so that's good. But yeah, good NXT rosters in my opinion. And finally, the showcases. WWE 2K15's showcases featured the rivalries of CM Punk vs John Cena and Shawn Michaels vs Triple H, while 2K19's features the career of Daniel Bryan. Neither are bad at all. 2K15 having CM Punk at all is crazy, because that's the year he left WWE and has still not come back. A risk by 2K, but they were allowed to do just that. I don't hate either of these. D-Bry is a GOAT, and CM Punk, despite being annoyed by his actions sometimes these days, having him in the game with this is awesome. And this storyline is a good move by 2K. What I like the most is that every showcase features a load of attires, arenas, Titantrons, theme songs, and more to play as an exhibition and throughout the game. Having that variety for top stars is a great idea because it will lure more people to play the game and possibly give players a larger playtime. 2K seems to nail it with the showcases every time, but what is a little disappointing is that 2K19 features the first showcase available with the base game since 2K16 with Austin's showcase, I believe, and the rest you have to buy, which sucks too. But hey, I actually do like these two showcases, so my last comparison gets a good shit. And that's gonna wrap up my comparison for today. Overall, I do like WWE 2K19 better than 2K15, but 2K15 had some good things to do to it, while 2K19 kind of goes all out. Anyways, if you liked this video, I'd really appreciate it if you dropped a like, maybe a comment, and subscribed for more. My Twitter and Instagram will be down below in the description as well. Thank you all for watching, and hope to see you in the next one. Peace!